Data out of the UK today showed the country's economy grew by just 0.1% in the first quarter of the year, and it shrank in March. Meanwhile, some train drivers are staging a 24-hour strike affecting rail passengers across the country. Our own Ramy Inocencio is one of those folks who had to find another way to get around.
Hey, Anne-Marie. Hey, Vlad. That's right. We are here in Liverpool reporting on the 67th annual Eurovision Song Contest, and we drove up early this morning from London for about 4.5 hours. We didn't take the train, which would have been about half the time, and it's because of what's happening behind me right here. Yet another national strike for higher pay. The people behind me here are the union members for the UK's train operators. While you all in the U.S. are dealing with inflation at 5%, inflation here in the U.K. is double that, at 40-year highs and at 10.1%. The train drivers union here is demanding an 8% pay raise, and they say they haven't had a raise since 2019. In effect, they say they've actually gotten a pay cut because of inflation. And more bad news in the form of food prices. Those are now at their highest in 45 years. All the more reason the Bank of England raised interest rates on Thursday. This is its 12th raise in a row, up 25 basis points to 4.5%. This is now at its highest also since 2008 to try to stop people from buying things. Now it's working a bit. Inflation appears to have peaked, but it's still not enough. And analysts say a rate rise to 5% is not out of the question. And the next Bank of England meeting is next month. But first to what happens here in Liverpool. Eurovision and the host city often gets a big business boom. I know most Americans don't know what Eurovision is, but you can think of it like a wacky and tacky song Super Bowl for Europe, but with way more viewers. 180 million people around the world watched last year. That one was in Turin, Italy, and the city says it brought in 100 million euros. That's about $110 million, and it came from people paying for hotels, for Airbnbs, for food, and for alcohol. The Eurovision Grand Finale is coming up on Saturday evening, and Liverpool is hoping that it will be a massive song and dance party. But the concern is that this national strike is going to make it much more difficult for people to get here. And with fewer people, that means fewer profits. Anne-Marie, Vlad.